Yeah, so I started playing football in Camogie when I was in, I think it was second or third class in school, and I took it went from going to stage school to playing football in Camogie and rounders in school. So yeah, and I remember playing. We had like a school final or semi final or something, and one of my friends' dads used to coach one of our local clubs, and I wasn't playing with a club at the time. I was just playing in school, and he asked me what I want. Did I want to come out train? And I was like, yeah, grand. So I think it was about under 12s that I started playing for both football and camogie at, and I played with my local club, and I played underage county camogie as well. I played up to minor, and yeah, I got as far as minor and I quit. Um, I think, well, I was probably turning around 18 or that. So I think it was just, I got a social life. I started going out with friends. I started college. And yeah, not that I lost interest. Like, I think it was just more so time wise that I wasn't able to give my time, or maybe I prioritized my social life and that over sport. Yeah, I really, really, really regret giving it up. I'm actually, I'd love to go, like, now I'm coming to the end of my college, and I'd love to go back playing. I regret it. I miss it as well. It's mad that I gave it up for like social reasons, for going out and drinking and stuff like that. But I'd love to go back now for, again, for the social reasons and like that, just to kind of be a part of a club or a team or a community again would be really nice. So yeah, I really do regret it. Hopefully, yeah,
Yeah.
I go back and be playing in 5 years time. Like that, I'm finishing up college now, so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I get a job, or I can try and reintegrate myself back into my local club, and yeah, just kind of get a routine and make time for it. I think the main obstacle for myself, anyways, that I faced playing GAA was just time, like finding the time. Obviously, if you want to do it bad enough, you will. But I think the main constraint is time, and I suppose dedication as well. Like you have to commit yourself to training and games and everything. So yeah. Um, I suppose not like a massive. I don't have a massive sporting role model, but I remember like that when I was coming up through the age groups in County Camogie, and one girl, Christina Troy, plays for Meath Camogie, and I just always remember, I always looked up to her. She used to play for Blackhall Gales as well. I used to dread any time we come up against them in a game, because I knew Christina was playing, and yeah, she's an absolute fantastic player, and yeah, I suppose I'd look at her as a role model. Yeah, I think maybe like that from a management perspective, to encourage people to stay in GAA or participate in it as they grow up and stuff. I think maybe coming up with like other creative ideas in terms of keeping girls interested, do like in school you do extracurricular activities with your club, apart from training and games and everything, from like a less serious side of it, whether it's organizing a day out to go hiking together or something, that might encourage them, instead of like that going to the pub, go on a hike, or do something to keep people interested. I think the main thing that affects women's participation in sport and in GAA, I think, is like that. I've talked a lot about dedication and stuff like that, but I think sometimes I think sometimes there's too much expected, and it's not only women; it's GAA players in general, or any kind of sports person, that there's often too much expected and too much pressure. So I think I think maybe a bit of pressure alleviated from that. And as well, I think life just gets in the way sometimes. I think college and people working part-time jobs and stuff, I think it's really hard to juggle all those things. So I think that's probably what 100% I would encourage everyone who's playing underage sport or playing whatever level, county, club, whatever it is, keep going. And I think again that's one of the things that I regret the most is that friend group that I had playing sport. Obviously we still chat and everything like that, but having that kind of connection in a group or a sense of community, I think it's really important for people. And yeah, I'd encourage anyone who's in it like that, make time. If you don't have time, make it. Set it aside an hour or 2 hours a week for training. And like, try and, if you're working a part-time job, try and sort something out with your boss and see if you can make it work. But yeah, definitely.